Hello, this is Stavros Tousios for M4Markets, and this is the first daily analysis video looking at euro dollar and gold. I want to start with the medium term sort of pattern and structure that I see here and where we are heading. The bias is to the upside. We have broken outside a base channel, okay, and we are accelerating to the upside after having actually twice attempted to re-enter the regular trend. So these two rejection points, guys, suggest that we are probably going to move a little bit higher. At the same time, though, we have had two peaks over here and formed a double bottom, okay, a double top, excuse me. And without breaking above 105, which is a major resistance at the moment, it would be unlikely to head higher. So what do we have to pay attention to? Well, first few levels to keep an eye on in case we do break above 105 would be 106.35, which seems to be also a swing high from back in closer to the end of June. Okay, the other thing we need to pay attention, which is more critical, I believe, if we start falling in the shorter term, would be whether we can finally go back within this base channel. If we manage to stay above this channel, it would be very likely that we're going to form a pattern that you probably have heard from before, a triangle. Okay, so for the triangle, we need to do at least a correction down to around 61.8, which is around 1035, with keeping in mind an assumption that 1045 it's the intraday peak. Okay, so if we see a short-term downside, okay, around that territory, you will be, a potential sort of support, and it would also provide a third trough, okay, and a higher low, which would then, of course, indicate that there is potential for more upside. So triangle over here, which seems to be more of a sideways pattern as well, guys. Or if we break 105, we head 106. If we break the previous low, most likely we're going to start moving to the downside, towards the downside, with a first target down at around 102. Okay, without that meaning, of course, that the medium term trend is going to be changing anytime soon. The indicators don't really have a bias to favor us, which also adds to the idea of a potential triangle here getting into some sort of sideways pattern. But the short-term idea is short-term to the downside and then further continuation to the upside as long as the channel holds. Gold now, guys. Gold has a similar pattern, but it looks much more impulsive to the upside because using a base channel over here, it does indeed show us a retest of this support level and a further bounce to the upside. Still hasn't reached the 1786 though. Okay, that's one thing to remember. But the second thing that we have to also keep in mind is that we have an accelerated trend to the upside. Okay, and not only are we moving up in an accelerated trend, but we have just re-entered that channel, okay, and we are heading higher. The indicators so far do not show there is some sort of divergence, but pay attention to this. When prices go above that previous high, then it will most likely show a hidden bearish divergence. And this is where we'll have to pay a bit more attention to what's going to happen around the 1800s, because it's a previous swing high and a level that we'll have to pay attention to. And might be also confirmed by the Fibonacci extension. Well, the 1618 gets us exactly to the 18. And if we do break above that level, then we should be heading up to around the 1845, 1850. However, let's not forget, as I said, we have to pay attention to the indicators. We are overbought here already, and the awesome oscillator suggests that the moment we break above the previous high, okay, there is going to be some sort of restrictive price action all the way up to around the 1800s, okay, for a potential pullback before we see the next potential move. Thank you for watching. We'll be again here tomorrow.